Back to Detective Grimoire. Last time we finally got access to Remington's office and found we found a couple of things. Most importantly, we found what is likely the murder weapon, which is a 3-pronged poker with 3 sharp prongs. We also found a hunting rifle, but that seemed to have little to do with the murder, given that the wounds on Remington was similar to that of the poker and not gun wounds. We also found a picture that told of a hunting group that were looking for mysterious and strange creatures. Let's continue. Okay, so I was actually a bit worried about, because the fact that it went to another chapter. I haven't asked at least 2 people here, well 3 technically, about the boggy costume, and I also hadn't clicked on this obvious hint. So let's
Remington's desk is covered in drawings and maps and notes. It's all about Boggy. He was obsessed. An ink bottle spilled onto his work. I'm sure he didn't do that on purpose. Yeesh, it's a bit of a mess. Perhaps there's something underneath those drawings.
Oh, let's see.
It's a letter Remington before something caused him to spill his ink bottle. My dear fellow, I received your note 2 weeks ago, but I've only recently found the time to do the appropriate research on the matter. I feel like my time in this awful swamp might finally come to a close, all due to the simple realization, the rest is obscured. What a tease. Vincent Vanderpeer's business card.
Ooh.
There's a couple of numbers scribbled on the back. It's a note addressed to Richard Remington. The handwriting is immaculate. Richard, our man of the world. A little help is in order. We're worried that the efforts regarding our elusive little friend might be in vain. Send word when you can. The letter is signed FF. And attached is a blurry little picture. It's some kind of metallic insect. The whole thing is a mystery. I have no idea. It's it's the whole.
Okay, well.
It's a letter before
yes,
my. There's a map of the swamp lying on the desk. It's been annotated in a few places.
So what does that mean exactly?
There's a map of
yes.
There's a it's
no, stop.
There's a map.
No,
it's been.
I was trying to click away. Oh, wait.
Remington's death. So, Yeesh. Perhaps. There's a map of the swamp. It's.
So what is?
This is the creepiest office I've ever been in. Ever. I don't know what's in that jar, and I wish it wasn't in there. I'm gonna stop looking at it now.
Well, I'm not.
The open window looks over. Oh, and on one side, a part of the curtain has been ripped off.
Which we already know is the inside of.
This is the creepiest office. There are signs of a struggle between the desk and the window. The open window. Oh. Hunting memorabilia. Claws, teeth.
Ooh.
It would be an impressive collection if it wasn't so disturbing.
We already looked at the prongs. What even is that?
These animals. They're not. I don't recognize any of them.
Yes. What do we have on Remington? Oh, what is this actually? Page 1. His body was found. Oh, so still something missing. Small wounds to his chest. Yeah, that's the murder. Oh, so I can change it. Found outside his office.
Not suspicious? Suspicious.
Okay. This is
not suspicious.
Okay. He was very energetic about that.
Suspicious.
Ah, so basically you can go in on everyone and say that... Let's see, that 3 wounds, that's not suspicious. Well, it is. Because it's very clearly made to fit with the myth that Boggy had 3 claws. Although we already know that the side by side with 3 doesn't fit with the footprint, which is a 2 claw in the front and 1 in the back for support. Fell through his window after being stabbed. Probably shouldn't do anything with Remington right now.
This is the creepiest.
Yeah, okay.
Hunting member. It would.
Yeah. I was hoping that that since there were 2... Alright, well... Might be worth going and speak to the... Yes... Protest. Ah! I knew we were missing someone. Well, he wasn't here the first time.
I'm impressed someone managed to pitch a tent here, and I'm impressed someone would want to.
Oh.
It's a colorful, boggy-themed padlock. He's staring into my soul. It should open if I set the right number.
Which we don't have. Right.
Oh? You've arrived at a bad time, my friend. For once, they don't actually want tourists walking around this place.
I always arrive at a bad time. It's what I do. I'm a detective, not a tourist.
My apologies. It's just, you have the same wide-eyed expression as the kids that come here. Running around, spending their parents' money, you know.
Well, it's not every day I visit a swamp full of such unique specimens.
It's no problem. You're just thinking what we all thought when we arrived for the first time.
Why didn't they put in a bathroom?
No, you're thinking, this place is beautiful. What a lucky man I am to be here.
I am I? Well, if you say so.
Edward Everstone, at your service.
That's a pretty cool name. Can I call you Ed?
You don't need to. Everyone just calls me Echo.
Yeah, this is probably the most correct one.
Why? Because it gives you an elevated sense of purpose?
What? No. Because I always come back, again and again, until my job is done.
Ooh, so now we have Richard Remington as a means. Well, let's start from the top and work our way down.
You're protesting, right?
I certainly am. And now that you're here, I'm getting you involved.
What does that mean? Yeah, I haven't got time to hold up signs for you. I'm sorry.
You simply have to hear my message and take it with you.
Go ahead. I'm all ears. Plus, I have a little notebook.
What was the first thing you felt when you saw the sign for Boggy's Bog looming over you?
Well, I thought it was...
Not thought. Felt.
I felt... Well, something seemed wrong. There wouldn't be a tourist attraction in the middle of a swamp like this. There shouldn't be.
My job is done. Clearly your brain is working perfectly, Detective.
So you're against the tourist attraction? Yeah, let's see. You'd rather this area was kept as a natural habitat, right?
Right again. And that precise word, habitat. First and foremost, I'm protesting for animal rights.
Well, okay, I'm following you, but it's not like they're cutting down trees or anything like that, right?
All animals deserve the right to live in peace, and I promise you, on a normal day, this place is far from peaceful.
Are you talking about the swamp creature? About Boggy?
A creature like that. He's earned the right to be left alone. We're fools to invite ourselves into his home like this on a daily basis, assuming he's not going to mind. Assuming he'll keep to himself and let us walk around with his face on our t-shirts.
Well, I agree. I think he should be left alone. But like you said, he can probably handle himself. And if no one has even seen him in 60 years, I don't really see the problem.
Unlike you, Detective, I never had an academic calling in life. I was never even a talented artist or musician or anything. So instead, I made the decision to stand up for those who were getting a raw deal.
Not an artist, eh? Alright, well, your last
You come
night.
here every day.
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm only going to ask you about one of those days. What were you doing yesterday evening?
I was here at my protest spot until fairly late. Then I went to get something to eat at Harper's Cafe before I...
Wait, you ate at the cafe here? Doesn't supporting the tourist attraction like that kind of go against your protest?
A man has to eat, doesn't he? I don't think the meager contributions of one person are going to keep this place afloat. Especially now.
And you're sleeping here? Doesn't it get cold at night?
Well, I came prepared, of course. I usually find myself with 1 or 2 extra layers to wear. Most of this bulk is padding, I promise you.
I'm sure it is. So you stayed here the whole night?
That's right. And I admit I may have heard some stranger than usual sounds floating around the swamp last night.
What kind of sounds?
It's impossible to say. This place fills with the most terrifying sounds at night. Hundreds of animals, some tiny, some much larger, awaken and make their own protests. Every night until the sun rises in the morning.
Insects make noises at night. Okay, I've written it down.
Sounds, you say, eh? Well, I kind of want to skip these 2 for now. I'm still going to get over them, of course, but, film footage, I believe that was the one that had the audio recordings in it.
I'm afraid I have no idea.
Damn it! Well, it was worth a shot.
What can you tell me about these designs for a costume? A Boggy
It's
costume.
Boggy! I must admit, I've been a fan of his before I ever came to the swamp.
A fan? So you're interested in cryptozoology?
Oh, no, I meant, well, Boggy has been in all kinds of cartoons and comic strips. He's one of the greatest characters of the last 100 years. I've got some comics in my tent. You really should see.
But he was only discovered 60 years ago.
Oh, that's true. Well, I rounded up.
But what about his costume? Have you seen anyone wearing it?
I can honestly say I've never seen anyone wearing anything like that. And I'm a very observant person.
Okay.
So what did Mr. Remington think of you? I mean, protesting in the middle of a swamp every day.
It wasn't his swamp. If he ever truly thought it was, and he was even more of a fool than he seemed.
But he didn't like you hanging around, right?
That man was exceptionally skilled at ignoring me. Ignoring anything he didn't like.
So, what, he just left you alone?
He expected me to get bored and go home. He figured I'd get sick of this place and he'd have it back to himself.
But he didn't want it to himself, did he? He wanted lots of people to come visit all the time, surely.
I'm sure it says that in the brochure. Yes.
No, we already know that he wasn't actually interested in that. He was interested in the place solely for the sake of getting to hunt or prove. Yeah, so you can basically present a profile. So I think I will do that now that we have sort of unlocked every character. Okay. Ooh. So these are where challenges have been. So Echo and Sally have a challenge, but we haven't found enough clues to ensure that their challenge is unlocked. Which also means that everyone currently is equally suspicious. Boggy, I think we can put down. Let's go for... So... We know for sure that Echo dealt with Remington. Well, to a certain degree, as Remington mostly just ignored him. We also know that Echo likely would have seen Harper and Bobby Burl as both were at the cafe last night. Let's go for Harper first.
He seems like a good person. He even sympathizes with my cause.
He agrees with your protest? But he works here, right? And he was friends with Remington.
I think that was the only reason he worked here. Maybe he'll see the light now and leave the swamp behind him. Maybe everyone will.
Okay, so what about Burl?
You're asking the wrong person.
Okay, I was really just looking to confirm or deny if you had seen him. That was all. Well, okay. So, we still have a missing clue. Let's see. So these are challenges. I thought they were persons. Okay. Well, let's head to this place first.
Oh?
Boggy.
I found these designs for a costume, a boggy costume.
Aha, the legendary swamp creature.
Yeah, that's the one.
But these are just a child's drawings, are they not?
You think?
Perhaps. It's difficult to tell.
Okay.
You saw Remington last night, but had you met him before? Did you know him?
I've never really spoken with him, but we've come into contact a few times. Vincent likes to handle that kind of work, and I like to let him.
What do you think of this place? The tourist attraction, I mean.
I can't say I like the idea of a natural area like this becoming commercialized.
I know! I just can't understand why anyone would even try.
I think Mr. Remington had his reasons. He looked like a man with a couple of secrets.
Like what?
I have no idea. If I knew, they wouldn't be secrets.
Good point. Feels like I'm done talking to him. Okay. Well. Let's actually go in and, Burl was having a time off last night to take black and white photographs of the swamp. Yes. Well, this is not suspicious about Burl.
Not suspicious?
Yes, because we already know this.
Not suspicious.
This might be, I mean, this is some sort of motive, so... Yeah, let's deal with that for now. Okay, on to Vanderpeer. Okay.
What can you tell me about these designs for a boggy costume?
Nothing whatsoever.
You're sure you didn't see anything like this while you were filming yesterday? Wait, hold on a minute. What if
Don't you dare ask.
This costume isn't your doing, is it? Made for your movie, I mean?
My friend, there will be no costumed idiots within the viewfinder of my camera. I can assure you that.
What about your boggy movie? Isn't that gonna be, like, a guy in a costume, or a puppet, or one of those weird robot things?
Technology has been kind to people like me. We no longer have any need for such tomfoolery. I can create a perfectly believable swamp creature within the confines of a computer. Much cheaper, too.
Huh. I suppose you've met with our murder victim, Richard Remington.
Yes, I've been in and out of this place for a while now. Naturally, I've crossed paths with Remington a number of times. Good value, that one. A real raconteur, you know.
You liked him? So far, I'm getting the impression he wasn't the most popular guy around here.
Well, that much is clear, isn't it? The man obviously slipped up somewhere, made an enemy or two, and bam, that's that. You just can't be too careful, can you?
Yeah, I think he did have an enemy or two. Or three. But you liked him.
I respected him. Good head on his shoulders. Good business sense, that man. He understood how to make things work for him.
Okay. I don't know if presenting a clue will do much here. So, we're missing the challenge of Sally and Echo. Probably need to wander a bit around before we...
I don't think it's a window, but this side of the museum is surrounded by... That museum, which... Is it being held?
Oh, I actually have to walk in there. Okay, I don't think there is anything new here, but...
I found these designs for a boggy costume.
Oh, some ridiculous new merchandise for tourists to waste their money on.
No, I believe the murderer was dressed like this last night when they attacked Remington.
If they were trying to scare him out of the swamp, they should have spent more time making an accurate design.
What do you mean?
Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character. It simply hasn't been researched properly.
What's wrong with it?
I forgot how.
Those flippers? Pure guesswork. Nothing but foolish imagination. Nobody knows what Boggy's feet look like. No footprint has ever been recorded.
So tell me, Special Agent Folder, how would you do a better job researching it if nothing has ever been recorded?
Oh, well, that's... it's all a matter of taking the time to... It's just that... But there's no way anyone would believe... Nothing but foolishness.
Well, got him on the ropes.
What can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
We didn't really have one, and now we definitely don't have one. But look, all I can say is that he was a coward who enjoyed watering down history for his own benefit.
What does that mean?
It means there are some chapters of this swamp's history that he never wanted anyone to know about.
Did he like you sniffing around this museum all the time?
I don't think he knew, to be honest. And even if he did, there's nothing he could have done about it. He has no right to this building. He knows that. We both know that.
Why not? It was part of his tourist attraction, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
Okay. So... Black and white photo? That might be...
Actually, this is a classic example of a cryptid photograph.
What's a cryptid?
A creature unknown to science. Look at the slight blurring in this photo, the murky exposure. It's perfect.
It's perfect because it can't really be used as evidence?
Now you're catching on.
I'm not entirely sure what we gained from that, but sure. Okay, so the numbers out to the left say that we are very close to being done, although the evidence could be a bit less lacking. Was there anything here? Oh!
Aha! The great detective returns. Did you run out of ideas? Need a little push in the right direction?
No need to push me, but the direction would help.
Like it or not, I'm here to help you.
I get it. You give me a map, then you magically disappear and hide behind a tree for an hour. You want me to be impressed?
Did you talk to all the suspects yet?
I'm working on it. You can't rush these things, you know.
Have you noticed anything unusual?
I notice that this is going to take longer than I originally planned, and I'm getting the feeling that I wasn't wrong about this tourist attraction.
What do you mean?
I had a hard time believing there could be a place like this here in a dark corner of a swamp. It didn't make sense, and it still doesn't.
Some things don't make sense straight away. You need to look a little closer.
At what? The mud? The water? The trees?
Nope. They've been here for years, and they're not to blame.
The people.
They belong here.
She's gone again. Hiding in a bush, no doubt. I wonder if she'll ever tell me something I can actually understand.
Okay, well, I'm not entirely sure what that did, but, well, okay. So that is back to the museum, isn't it?
This staircase is and this place is so...
Okay. Treehouse, let's see. Oh yes, Remington here.
You've been here so long, you must have crossed paths with Remington a few times. What did you think of him?
That man was a threat to the swamp. We'll be better off without him. Hopefully the curtain will fall on his little tourist attraction as well.
Better off? With a killer on the loose now?
There have been murderers loose in the swamp before.
What are you talking about?
In my time here, I've seen the swamp invaded by men. By hunters. Several times. They're relentless.
What were they hunting? Wait, what about Boggy? Is that why no one has seen him in 60 years?
They always fell short of their ultimate goal. That just meant they came back again and again, doing more harm each time.
But this area is protected by law, right?
It is now, but some men have no respect for laws, of any kind. They tried to get me to leave my home here. I stood my ground.
Obviously. But this whole area is a tourist attraction now. I doubt Remington would have allowed anyone to march into Boggy's Bog with a gun and start hunting down his main attraction.
Oh, yeah, might still need her chemistry skills, yes. Right, let's see if there is...
The tree... It even... Okay.
Okay, present a clue. What have we got? So... Oh, we could check that if it's poison, but I don't think that's gonna work, so...
Let's see. First thing we do, then tap the And now, we just have to match the color of...
well, we already done this, isn't it? So... Yeah.
Got it! Now I know what that looks... I'll write it down in my note. That looks pretty similar to last time.
It could be that some of these
Let's see.
have a different type of goop on them.
First, then...
Shall see if that...
And now... Got it! Now I know what that... I'll write it down. This was the exact...
So, the headpiece did not have any goop on it.
Let's see. First thing we do, then tap the faucet.
She would probably know about the hunter, so I'll try that after I've done this sample.
And now, we just...
Boop. Boop.
Got it! Now, I'll write it down. What's going on? That was definitely...
Okay, present a clue, hunting photo.
I recognize some of those men. Unfortunately, they've hunted in the swamp before.
Before it became a protected area?
Before that, yes. And one of them after that.
Remington. But we knew that. So, any other things? Hunting rifle? Might not give anything. Let's just take the last one.
Let's see. First, then tap. And now... Got it! Now I'll write it. The swamp. It's the exact same... There's something about that green slime.
Okay, let's see. My hairstyle have magic powers. I could believe that. Sally's legs found in the treehouse and... No. Let's see. Found at the crime scene. No. Are the only reason that... is proof that... Okay. Have magic powers. I think we can... Well, this technically adds up.
The fireplace poker, found in the treehouse, and the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime. I think that's pretty...
Yeah, okay. Covered in green powder. No, that's the hot dog. Belong to Buggy. That seems strange. Have magic powers? No. Okay. So, something is not completely right here. Let's see. Found at the crime scene. Oh.
The fireplace poker, found at the crime scene, and the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime. Sally's leggings. They link her with the crime scene. I'll have to ask her about it.
Yep. And but we shall do that in the next episode. So until then, take care.